Hey, what's going on, Raiders? Welcome back to the channel. My name is James. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful day, and I want to thank everybody who has been hitting that subscribe button before we hop into the content. You guys coming back and supporting the videos means the world to me, and it makes me want to keep going and keep growing this channel. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, and if you find yourself enjoying the video at any moment, hit the like. It really helps us out in the algorithm. I guess on mobile there's something called hype now, so hype up the video as well. That said, this week we're going to be starting our first weekly ARC Raiders news roundup. I plan on doing this every Sunday morning for you guys, so you can wake up, have a bowl of cereal, and check this out. And then if you want to, hop on over to stream, which we do every Sunday from 10 to 2. Now, there's a lot of news happening this week, and so I'm excited to jump in. But let's start off with the first news, that ARC Raiders has become the #1 rated multiplayer game on OpenCritic. GamesRadar reported ARC Raiders is now the highest rated multiplayer shooter on OpenCritic, beating the likes of Overwatch and Quake 2 as positive reviews from the ex-Battlefield devs' new game pour in. Proof is in the pudding for that, guys. As of the time of recording, ARC Raiders has a 354,000 all-time player peak and a 315,000 current player count, and that's insane for a game that was only $40, originally supposed to be a free-to-play title and made by a studio that's only put out the finals. I mean, and the finals is a great game by these ex-Battlefield devs. Not only that, but the reaction from the community just shows that people are absolutely loving ARC Raiders. Moving on to our next topic, let's talk about the patch notes that came out for this week. They changed a lot of stuff up and added in some new map conditions, so let's get into it. On November 6th at 1:32 a.m., ARC Austin said, "Hey Raiders, we are rolling out a patch with a few fixes and store rotations. Keep your eye out on your platform for a download." And then they went on to list the patch notes, which are as followed. Fixed the issue where the integrated shield recharger was only recharging when equipped. Fixed an issue where augment skills sometimes did not work. Fixed an exploit using deployables, pushing players through walls, which that one is huge. People were using that to get into locked key rooms, and it was creating a real problem when it came to the balancing of the game. You know, the keys are there for a reason. People should have to use them. Then they said, added a charge progress for integrated shield repair. Fixed an issue where health regen skills wouldn't work if they were triggered while down but not out. So some of those I believe were from the last patch that they ended up having to roll back. And I think there's some more that are coming that are also still part of that. They then went on to say, fixed a bug where the well-traveled achievement wouldn't register. Fixed a bug where barricades can no longer be placed near zipline exit points. That one's not really a bug, pardon my French. Added the punch hands emote pre-order bonus in the game. Changed the schedule so new map conditions can become available Saturday. Those map conditions are as followed. Bluegate, Dam Battleground, and Spaceport will be receiving the electromagnetic storm condition. Spaceport will be getting the hidden bunker, and Bluegate will be getting a night raid for that map. So keep an eye out for those while you're out topside for extra looting opportunities. There was some news about trials in the Discord where the devs felt the need to clarify some things for the players and give them a little more info on how trials are going to work as the game moves forward. And there, ARC Austin said, "Raiders, it looks like there were little questions raised about the trials, so we would like to shed some light on them. As you work your way through the trials objectives, the score only counts based on what you do in one round. It will not add numbers from multiple rounds, so in order to get all 3 rewards for the damaged Hornets objective, you need to do 4,000 damage to Hornets in a single round." They then went on to say, "At the end of the trial season, you will be granted rewards based on your final rank. More clarification will be added to this section in-game to help rookies find their way. Keep at it, Raiders, and only the bravest can climb to the top." So what this seems to essentially mean is that while you're out topside, you have a chance to take on these objectives during your trial period. For instance, the damaged Hornet one they gave, for example, and you will get a star rating based on how much damage you do to the Hornets per round, and in order to get those 3 stars, you will need to do the full 4,000 damage before extracting that round while topside, and this will give you a huge boost to that progress bar down there and some rewards at the end of the season. So if you're interested in taking on trials, do keep that in mind while you're out and about. Now let's hop into the November skins and cosmetics update, adding in some things including new cosmetic sets for both you and Scrappy. First off here we have the Leviathan set, which I personally really dig with some of its color variants. It's this old-timey scuba suit with a helmet and all sorts of stuff on there. And you can add and remove the helmet and switch out the colors for that. Following that up, we have a new scuba suit helmet for Scrappy, known as the diver helmet. And this one just is a little helmet for him. It's very cute, very adorable. We love Scrappy. We love to see him getting some of his own cosmetics while he's out there on topside. I know we don't get to see him, though it would be fun if like every now and again you saw Scrappy running around grabbing stuff, but it's still cute and I think it's very adorable. They really want my money, and I tell you what, they just might have it. And rounding out these store additions, we have the Wilderness Scout set, which personally I'm not super enthusiastic about. It kind of just looks like a basic overcoat with a couple other things added on there. Some of the color variations are nice, but it just doesn't grab me quite the way that the Leviathan set or some of the other sets in the game have gone. Now that said, while we're on the topic, I would just like to touch on this. I know this is news, but I want to give my opinion really quick about some of the cosmetics in the game. It is hard. I was discussing it with a friend that in the finals we have such intricate costume customization, and in this game they're sticking us to these sets. Now I understand that they want to stick to a realistic immersion feel, and so that these sets are themed to kind of stay in the world, but I would like to be able to mix and match the helmet of one costume to maybe the body of another, things like that. There are also some quality of life things that I want to see added to the game, but I think that'll be another video. But that said, that's where the news is going to wrap up for this week, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, like I said at the beginning, hit a like. It really helps out the channel. Throw us a hype on mobile, and if you're new to the channel and found yourself watching all the way through, hit that subscribe button and stay up to date with everything we do. New one of these every Sunday, and we stream every Sunday from 10 to 2. But that's it, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. My name is James, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.